In the heart of ancient Spain, there lived a king who wore gold on his crown, but carried questions in his heart. One silent night he removed his crown and wrapped himself in a dark cloak. He walked into the forgotten streets of his own kingdom, where hungry children cried and broken homes stood in silence. Inside a small cold room, an old shoemaker sat under a flickering candle, sewing shoes for people who could barely pay. The king asked softly, "Why do you work so late?" The old man replied, "Because hunger never sleeps, and the king does not know our pain." Those words pierced the king's heart like a blade, and that night he cried alone in the dark. But a true king does not cry forever. He changes fate. When the sun rose, he stood before his ministers and spoke with fire in his voice. "Lower the taxes, open the food stores, let my people breathe again." 3 days later, the old man was brought to the palace, trembling with fear. The king stepped forward and removed his hood, and said quietly, "You spoke to me with truth, and I listened." Tears filled the old man's eyes as he knelt before the king. From that day forward, the people did not fear their king. They loved him, because a true king does not rule with gold. He rules with his heart.
The story you've been listening to is of the great king named Ferdinand.